Hello, good afternoon, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode, Halftime TV here, and I'm your host. And we we have a couple of topics that I want to discuss today, and I think there are a couple of videos from the other night that have been making the rounds on social media, and we're going to dissect those videos. We're going to give you a bit of an insight because, as I always say on my channel, without all the information, it's impossible, or without most of the information, actually, it's impossible for you to form an actual opinion, and especially surrounding that Leon Bailey situation, having been there in person and been a part of that conversation ultimately. I think it's a right thing to do for me to come out and to actually shed some light on this, because when people share videos or when people cut snippets and they send, it doesn't really capture the true story. And we talk about clickbait, and we talk about doing stuff for views and all of that. Halftime TV ain't about that, right? So whenever you see us come on YouTube, we come on to bring something different to the table. And if I don't feel as if I can bring something to the table, then you don't see me come on YouTube live stream, or you don't see me upload a video. So if you don't see Halftime TV do a video in 2 or 3 weeks, just know that we don't have anything to bring for you. All right. And there's always news happening. There's always the news cycle. We know it's very short these days. So there's always something else to talk about. But because there's something to talk about, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do a video on it and I'm going to upload it. All right. So I'm very mindful of that. Big up all my viewers and subscribers, and big up everyone who support Halftime TV. You know how we go to work. And as I said, we're not about drama. We're not about the argument or fighting with anyone. And we just come here to talk about sports, and we try to bring it across as pure and organic as possible, as one of my viewers rightfully said in the comment section. Try to be unbiased. And if you've watched my videos in the past, you've seen where I've come out and I've said Demarai Gray is having the impact on the Reggae Boyz team that we had initially expected to see Leon Bailey have, right? I was one of those persons who did a video. I wasn't bashing Leon Bailey. I was presenting the facts to the viewers and subscribers, right? The other 2 nights ago, actually, Tuesday night, and I'll go as far back as Monday, because I was a part of the Reggae Boyz training session. I actually went there to get some captures. I actually was at the airport on Sunday night because a friend of mine, press officer Simon Preston with the Reggae Boyz, he indicated, hey, Halftime, we're gonna land in Toronto at this time. If you want some captures, you can be there. I'm like, okay, fine. So I live very close to the airport. Went to the airport, got some pictures, got some short videos, and you can see those videos uploaded on my channel. Right? Spoke to a couple of the players. I met Andre Blake for the first time, and for those who have been watching Halftime TV since the inception so many years ago, Andre Blake was one of the first guests we had on the show. Right? When Andre Blake interviewed with Halftime TV, I basically I didn't have anything. I had less than 100 subscribers, and he agreed to be a part of the show. He agreed to sit down for an interview, albeit over Zoom. So big up Andre Blake for that, and I got to see him in person. I thanked him for that. Damian Lowe, the same thing. I interviewed Damian Lowe a couple of years ago as well. We weren't as big as we are now, obviously, but they took the chance and they said, okay, they're gonna sit down and they're gonna hear what I have to say, and they're gonna answer my questions. And again, we weren't on the level that we are now, and they took the time out to sit down at Halftime TV. So I got to thank those individuals in person, and I did that. Right, I spoke to Damian Lowe, I spoke to Andre Blake, thanked both of them in person. Saw my former schoolmate Deshane Beckford. We had a conversation, and throughout the time that the Reggae Boyz team was in Canada, I was there for most of it. Right, I tried to get to the hotel to offer my assistance in any way possible if they needed to get anything, which they didn't ultimately. But again, just letting them know that, hey, we're here if you need any help doing anything, because the city is ours for the taking, really. So fast forward, the game happened on Tuesday night. as you saw, we have some videos on our YouTube channel as well. Those videos are from pitch side because I was pitch side, right? I got my press pass, I was in the press box, and I was pitch side. So I was rotating between those two areas. Following the game, we got back to the hotel and Leon Bailey agreed for a sit-down interview with me, right? He indicated that he doesn't usually do interviews and this sort of stuff, but he is of the opinion that he's constantly being bashed and he wants people to hear his take. He wants people to hear his views. And I did an interview with Mike Ricketts as well. I did an interview with Bobby Reed, although the audio on that one was a little bit choppy. Did that the night before. Couldn't get any other area to do the interview than in the hotel lobby. But we did it, and it came out. It didn't come out how I wanted it to, because we want to ensure that we're putting the best package out there at all times. But it didn't come out as great as I wanted it to. But regardless, I got the opportunity to bring those interviews for you, my viewers and subscribers. Right. So back to the Leon Bailey story. He decided to sit down with Halftime TV and to have a discussion with us because he felt as if he needed to say his bit, right? And for those asking if Leon Bailey, if his underperformance is justified, and it's not. And he said it in the interview. And if you watch the interview, and I don't want you can watch both interviews, right? Because in the process of setting up for the interview at Halftime TV, Ryan LFC, another YouTuber, he was live streaming. So he was live streaming the entire thing. He had his show ongoing. And Ryan LFC, I know him, good youth, and he means well most times. So he had done a video earlier in the morning saying 100% Leon Bailey should be on the bench, right? 100% Leon Bailey should be on the bench. And it was on that backdrop that Leon Bailey, when he sat down on Ryan LFC, minutely Ryan LFC had the camera live streaming. So when he brought the camera across, Leon Bailey was sitting down waiting for me to complete the setup to do the interview. He brought the camera across and he was talking to the people on his live stream. I think at this point it was a couple thousand, maybe 5,000, 4,000 people on the live stream watching his show. Right, so he brought the camera down. Leon was sitting there and he basically initiated a conversation with Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey, can you say a couple words? And you get what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that was a full beginning of the conversation, but what had happened was Leon Bailey had seen the video that was uploaded a little bit earlier. And again, as any footballer or any human being, they're going to take offense because footballers want to be on the pitch, and you calling on a platform that you have, you calling for him to be benched, then obviously he's going to be defensive. And because, again, it wasn't a situation where he expected you to come at him with that conversation straight off the bat, because mind you, as I said, took him from the crowd. He came, he sat down, and we were ready to do the interview. Even if you watch the video, you can see I'm in the background. I'm wearing my flannel shirt. I'm in the background getting ready. And no, I wasn't a part of, I didn't help to instigate anything. So he sat down, and Ryan had him on the live stream, and he was talking to Ryan. Now, Ryan, very familiar with Craig Butler, very familiar with the Phoenix Academy. He was a part of the setup. So from the onset, Leon Bailey was a little bit defensive because he's saying, okay, as someone who basically I played with and we shared camp back in the day, how come you're here putting it out there or begging for me to be benched, knowing very well that although I may not score every opportunity I get, I always give my 110%, right? Ryan LFC and Elite Sports, he apologized. And if you watch the video, the full video, because I don't want people to watch that small clip that's making the rounds and to form an opinion based on that, because I hear people calling the youth arrogant and saying that he feels as if Jamaican fans owe him nothing and that he's beyond criticism. And nothing like that, people. Nothing like that. Nothing of the sort. Leon Bailey is one of the most humble footballers, and people may, oh, half time you're bootlicking at nothing like that. And Ryan LFC Elite Sports, he can tell you that as well, because if it were a lot of players, they would have gotten up and they would have left, right? He said he's gonna speak with Elite Sports, and Ryan was there. He apologized. I think Ryan apologized more than 5 times, and if you watch a full video, you'll see it as well. He apologized about 5 or 6 times, and he's saying the heading of the video was basically not what he intended, right? He's not saying he was asking Leon Bailey if Leon Bailey watched the entire video. Leon said no. He only saw the heading and he watched a small bit of it, and he wasn't pleased because he's saying, how come you're begging that I be on the bench and I'm out there giving 110%? I know it doesn't come off all the time, but I'm always giving 110%. Right? Ryan explained to him that, hey, I only want the best. I didn't mean you any ill will. And he apologized profusely, people. He apologized again about 6 or 7 times. So people coming out and saying Leon Bailey is arrogant and he feels as if we owe him anything. Joke thing, people. And you may say whatever you want to say about the player. You can't say it. You're free to your opinion, and that's why I don't usually go on social media and put comments on the people's videos or posts, because I think social media is a space where, in school, and I think it's been said so many times, in school usually your teacher separate everybody, and then based on how you reason and the conversations that you have, we understand that, okay, probably you're not at this level as yet. Probably you need to be down here, or probably you need to be down here. And that's not criticizing everybody, because when you understand how people reason, then it's easier for you to accept certain things and to move on. So that's why I don't go on social media, because you may go on social media and you may post something and you get the most disrespect, because at the end of the day, you have everybody in one place. It's not like in school where your teachers used to separate you. No, you have everybody. You have everybody in one place, and everybody feel as if they have a platform now to say whatever they will and to put everything out there. All right, Leon, I know people sending you the videos and people sending you the clips, but again, be mindful that most of the Jamaican football fans, they are with you. And in the interview that I did with him, and I asked him, and people, you can go and watch that interview. It's on YouTube. That's a full interview, emotions, everything, full roller coaster. We asked him the questions. He answered the questions. And one of the questions that we asked was, do you think the criticism that's being placed on you by the fans is just? And you know what the baller said? He said he understands the criticisms, and he thinks those criticisms, they are just. People have a right to criticize, because not all the time the performances are where he wants them to be, but there isn't a point that he goes out there in the black, green, and gold and doesn't give 110%, right? He even went as far as saying, outside of what's happening on the field of play, he's been working so hard to ensure that other players join the national setup to be a part of it, right? His eyes look glassy. Danny boy, that's what I'm saying. So it was a case where I don't even want to say attacked. Right? But in the grand scheme of things, it was something similar to that. And when he speaks about football, he's a very passionate young man. When he speaks about football, he loves Jamaica, and he's obviously giving his all to Jamaica. And at the same time, at the same time, a lot of and I think this is one of the reasons why he doesn't really give interviews and he doesn't really speak to the press, because every time him give an interview, people just cut a small part and put it out there and them rub him out on them. As I said, this is not halftime TV defending Leon Bailey, and we've said it time and time again that Leon Bailey's performances for Jamaica, they need to improve. All right, we need to see more results. And he said, halftime TV, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna give you an interview because I want to get my side out there. I want people to hear what my thoughts are and what my views are. And we asked him, right, in preparation for the interview with halftime TV, Elite Sports, Ryan LFC, he was live streaming, and that's where that clip came from, because when he was live streaming, Leon Bailey sat down, he went there, and Leon Bailey initially had said he was going to give it 5-10 minutes for the interview. That didn't end up being the case. We were sitting there for almost 30 minutes because, having initiated the conversation, Ryan LFC continued asking him a couple more questions, and these questions weren't in an official capacity as an interviewer. They weren't in an interview setting, put it that way. They were just having a casual conversation, which just happens to be during a live stream, right? Him say, a lot of what he's doing it out of the love of his heart. Ryan apologized 150 million times, right? Because he wasn't asking for Leon Bailey to he didn't mean that we should bench Leon Bailey. But at the same time, Leon Bailey Leon Bailey indicated that, hey, you may not mean it that way, but people interpret it different, and I interpret it different. But people saying he should play the same as he does for Villa is very unfair. I agree, Keman, and he explained that to us as well. He spoke to both myself and Elite Sports, and he was there with us for a bit. His voice, I get it though, he's a heart. People, I can't even describe. And even during my interview, when I asked him a couple of questions, I saw that he was getting emotional. And it wasn't even any pressing questions or anything. I didn't ask him anything too pressing, and he was getting emotional when speaking about it. So you can see, and he seems to be a very reserved person. Doesn't really say much. He's usually he's soft spoken, usually in him corner, like, because again, I was at the airport on Sunday night. I was at the hotel Monday. I was at the hotel Tuesday, right? And during those 3 nights, I only spoke with him once, and that was Tuesday night. And all the other players spoke with him, had brief conversations, etc. Right? But he seemed to be one of those players where the rest of the players in the team have a level of respect for him. They all love and appreciate him, and they have him on that level too. That level of appreciation is there, right? There is a huge level of respect among the players for Leon Bailey, and he reciprocates that respect for his teammates as well. So it's not like he's making it seem as if he's above or he's beyond the rest of the players. He's not that type of person, based on the impression that I've gotten of him, right? Based on the conversation that I've had with him and I've had with his teammates, they all speak very highly of him. All of them rate him. The coach rates him. It's just some of the Jamaican fans on the outside who they're seeing small clips here and small clips there. And as I usually say, perception is reality. So because he doesn't come out and speak to the media very often, or when he does speak to the media, people who don't have the time to watch the full videos or to get the full context of things, they just take small clips. They take small clips and then they run with it to get clicks or to get likes or to get engagement or reaction. Or no, you get me? No. So it's one of those things. And Tafari said every country critique their player in the harshest way when they don't play good. Bailey Crocodile Skin, bro, you're still great. People respect you and know your talent. True. And again, and I think this is what people are misconstruing. He's not saying he shouldn't be criticized. And as a matter of fact, he is for the criticism. And he said he's used to the criticism, right? And that's how he got to where he's at, because you have to be tough. And he said he's been fighting. He's been fighting since he's 8 years old, right? He's gotten the criticism. He's gotten all of that. He's experienced all of that. So he's not beyond the criticism. And my reason for coming on my platform today and speaking is when people are going as far as saying Leon Bailey is arrogant, and Leon Bailey is acting as if he should not be criticized. I don't know where that argument come from. The man said all time own mouth, say the criticism is just. Right? The criticism is just. And for those who don't understand it, because again, as I said, sometimes we have everyone mixed in one place. So we might say some things that are interpreted one way and we intend it to be interpreted the other. And that's basically intention versus interpretation. So the way I say it might not be how you interpret it or how you understand it. So let me reiterate. The man say the criticism is warranted. So people, him welcome the criticism and him agree with the criticism, say him need to do better for the national team, right? As it relates to the numbers bit. But what he says is at all times, so those who saying he is casual and he's not fully committed on a, no. The guy said 110% every time when him go out there upon the pitch in the black, green, and gold. People understand the game. I'm always frustrated. We are not getting the best out of Bailey, not because we think he lacks commitment to the cause. That is it. That is it, you know. That is it. People are saying, oh, lacks commitment. I was behind the goal. I was behind the goal when Demar Gray put the ball across, and I think the other player dummy him. The other player dummy him, and then the other he kicked it on the crossbar. Right? Him kick it on the cross. I was behind the goal. I thought that was in the back of the net, and that's a chance that we expect him to put away, which is fine. Which is fine. Right? Which is fine. But a lot of the people who are bashing the players, they wouldn't pay $1,500 to go watch a game at the National Stadium. They wouldn't pay $2,000 to watch a game at the National Stadium. You get me? No. So you just waiting on an opportunity to tear someone down. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You're waiting on an opportunity. And I don't even want to go into it, but we need to be mindful that a lot of the players on the national team, they're going through their personal struggles as well. Right? So when we criticize them, try keep it to football. Try keep it to football. Hey, I think this game was 5 out of 10. We know what you're capable of. What have you. But when you're beating it 3, 4, 5 weeks, you're on the same thing, bashing one player. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And I say this to everybody, right? I say this to both the folks who are on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube or whatever space you're operating in. When you're out there and you feel as if, okay, we need to live on this player, we need to live on that player. No, bro. No, bro. The international break is 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. Players gone back to them club and we're saying, okay, but you're playing like this. Shamar Nicholson, for example, the other day, everyone bashing Shamar Nicholson. Shamar Nicholson shouldn't be even playing for Jamaica. He shouldn't even play D1, right? And now Shamar Nicholson, out of the blue, comes up, scored 2 crucial goals for Jamaica, and everything changes, right? People reaching out to me, halftime, you can't get a jersey halftime. You can. So people won't even go as far as to spend $80 or $90 for a jersey to support the team. You see me? They won't even go to $90 to buy a jersey. They won't pay $1,500 to go watch the team at the National Stadium, even if it's a stone's throw away. And especially now with social media, people aren't interested in going into stadiums and sitting down and watching the game. No, they prefer sit at home, stay on their social media, watch the game, not even watch the game. Wait until the game finish and hope that Jamaica lose because negativity sells. Right? And when Jamaica wins, you see it for 2 days. Or Jamaica loses, they drive it in your head for 2 weeks or 2 months. Leon Bailey is our Pele full-time support more and less and criticize less. Yeah, because again, and I said, people won't go to the games. They're not going to the games, you know. They're not going to the games to support you. But when the team loses, they're the quickest one to tear you down and to bash you on social media. As I said, I'm not defending any of these players. And the interviews that I'm supposed to get, I've gotten them already. So for those who are saying, hey, after you want to get interviews, or no, no. And if I, for all I, as you can see, people, I, quite frankly, I can survive without YouTube. Put it that way, right? I can survive without YouTube. So when I finish my YouTube video, I have other engagements that put money in my bank account. So I can survive without YouTube. So I don't need to come on here and to slaughter people day in, day out. And I don't need to come on here and defend people, because again, I can survive outside this space. But having been there in person and experienced the full sequence of activities that transpired on Tuesday night, and now seeing the clip making its rounds on social media. I think Quest Times posted, people have it all over Twitter, people have it on TikTok or what have you. Joke thing. You get me? Joke thing. Joke thing. And I don't know any of these persons personally. I don't know any of the guys. I met a couple of them on Tuesday, on Sunday night. I met a couple on Tuesday night. Sat down and spoke with them. If I reach out for an interview and someone doesn't give me an interview, that's fine. And it's the same time, I'm not doing this for interviews, and I'm not doing this for likes or for views. If I share my opinion and it gets 10 views, that's fine by me. Right? That's fine by me. But I'm not going to misrepresent my videos in posts or in thumbnails or on any form of social media, just so people can come over, just so people can open up my video to watch. No, I drove from Jersey to support the national team. Even got stuck at the border yesterday because of a car explosion. I just got back this morning. Big up yourself, Bala. Big up yourself. For real, if you're able to go to the game but don't deserve the criticize from afar. Same energy good for bad. Leon said team lacks resources. Let's start a fundraiser to help. And I won't even go into the details of the resources bit. Right? I won't even go into the details of the resources bit. All right? Because again, I've spoken to a couple of the players, and I think some conversations are better left where they were had. And that's what I'm deciding to do now. And I could share that information. I could come out and I could say it. I could say it so people come back over here and people get likes or people get views or joke thing. You get me? I could say it. I could spill all the beans here and people say, oh, halftime TV, Ray. So that's what I'm saying. So big up yourself, David DaCosta. And I can walk up to any one of those players and say, hey, are you available for a sit down with Halftime TV to answer a couple of questions? And if they say yes, it's fine. If they say no, that's fine by me as well. Because as I said, a lot of times when I request interviews, it's because I want the fans to hear. I want the fans to know the players a little bit more. Because we just see them as footballer. We don't see them as human beings. And my intention when I request an interview from a player is to offer the fans an opportunity to see them beyond football. Right? So I did an interview with Bobby Reed. I didn't get the opportunity to really go into the details as I wanted to, because I left school and I chased down to the hotel. I didn't have some of my equipment with me. So I just did an interview, and the audio was choppy. A lot of the fans complained, and I apologize for that. But again, respect Freedom Vlog for the contribution. A lot of the fans weren't happy, and I apologize. I apologize wholeheartedly, because I try my best to ensure that my content is to a level that I would consume, right? So if I go on YouTube, my time is very limited. My days are very long. I go to school. So for those who don't know, Halftime TV is currently in school. I have a newborn as well, and I work a full-time job, right? So doing all that, being a new father, a husband, my job is very demanding, and then I have school as well. So fitting time in my day to actually come on YouTube and to do things, it's very tight. Right now I'm doing this video, I'm on my lunch break. right? But I just feel as if I couldn't wait until this evening to do the video, because if I waited until this evening, then again, perception. So people leaving with that perception, that would have been their reality. And I don't want that, right? I don't want that. And I'm on here, I'm going to, this is basically a monologue, because I'm constantly trying to drive it into the heads of people that what we see on social media, and sometimes all these short clips that you form an opinion from, just try your best and do a little bit of research. And someone mentioned it just now. David DaCosta. I heard Leon question on YouTube about the headline that read Leon Bailey should 100% be benched going forward. And the YouTuber's reply was that he should watch the full video. Right? So, and again, so big up for that, Mr. DaCosta. And going back to that point, people, we need to understand that being on the field of play is what these players want, right? Not even want, is what they need. It's what they live, eat, sleep, breathe. It's what they live for, right? No, if Leon Bailey is saying he gives 110% every time he goes onto that field of play. Remember, giving 110% every time you go out there, that doesn't necessarily equate to you scoring 5 or 10 or 20 goals every time, or every year for the Reggae Boyz team. It doesn't equate to you getting on the score sheet or getting an assist every time you come on the team. It doesn't. But the player's going out there, he's trying his best. It doesn't always come off, which is fine. He accepts the criticism and he shoulders the criticism. At no point does he say, I am beyond criticism. We heard that straight from his voice. He says the fans are willing to criticize him. Just remember that we need the support as well. So beat us when we're down, because we deserve it, but we also deserve your support. So you saying, okay, not coming to watch the boys because they're not good. You know how much people in a Canada National Stadium the other night? Not even National Stadium, in BMO Stadium. I stood behind the goal in the rain in -6 degrees temperature watching the Reggae Boyz. Right? Not even in the stands, I had a press pass. I could be in the press box. I could have been in the press box. Sitting where. Let me explain how the press box works, people. When you're in the press box, you have coffee, you have buffet style meals, and you have your own space. You have comfortable chairs with leg room, and then you have basically an area to set up your computer where you can write your stories, and then you can plug in your devices, whatnot. You have heaters, you have everything. It was warm up there in the press box, and I decided that, hey, not gonna use this one. I was gonna use the other one, which is a photography pass, which allowed me to be by the pitch side, and that's what I did. Right? So my second, who usually covers the written aspect, ended up in the press box, and I was pitch side. Right? So when halftime TV comes on here, people, and we talk about football, or we talk about the Reggae Boyz, or whatever team it is, I don't want it to feel as if they're contributing anything to me. The Jamaica Football Federation doesn't pay me. I don't work for the Jamaica Football Federation. I don't know any other Reggae Boyz players. I know Deshane Beckford personally. I don't know any of the other players. And again, if I reach out to a player for an interview and he says no, that's fine by me, because it doesn't really, YouTube doesn't put my pot on fire. Put it that way. So because I know, and again, you're gonna have those people who their intellect is the size of a mustard seed. So they're gonna come out and they're gonna say, hey, halftime TV trying to get likes from the players, or halftime TV trying to beg friend, and halftime TV don't want to beat the players because Ray and no. You get me? So, and I am prepared for that too. I'm prepared for that, because and for those who comment on my videos, you know that I'm prepared for that, because whether the comments are negative or positive, I usually try my best to respond to them. So I posted a video a couple nights and someone said, halftime The audio awful and I responded to that person and I provided an explanation. I don't have to. I don't have to explain myself to no one. I'm an adult, right? And if you do, I could have simply said, if you don't like my video, unsubscribe. But I feel as if me being on here, me using this platform to speak about sports, and I consider this my little group of friends where we can sit down and we can talk about football. We can say things as they are, right? We don't owe anyone anything. Nobody owes us anything. So whenever we come out here and we say something, we say it because is that we believe in it 100%. And unless someone provides a different perspective, then I won't think about it any other way. And that's why I always welcome people with their comments, because if you just view the world from one way or one space or one viewpoint or one standpoint, then you'll be stagnant. So you always have to be welcoming to other people's opinions, or not. You don't necessarily have to share their opinions, but be willing to understand and to hear what they have to say. David Ducker said, watch how you waited patiently and supportively to do your interview with the boys, and it was all class. The boys are men, professional men. They have no problems with critic. Exactly. Right? So, and people, I wanted to, I was at I was at the Reggae Boyz hotel until, I think, 2:30 on Tuesday. I was there until, I think, Monday night. I was there until maybe 12, close to 1, right? I had assignments due. I had work the following morning, and I still had to go home, do my assignments, and I was up for work the following morning, bright and early, right? So when you see me come out here, don't feel like, say, no, they're not contributing. They're not contributing to me or to my well-being or whatnot, right? And this is why I'm coming out and I'm defending, and I say defending because that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to defend Leon Bailey in this instance, and it's not because Leon Bailey bootlick. No, nope, not Leon Bailey bootlick. I don't know the guy. Met him once, twice, 3 times. This was the first time I'm seeing him in person. I live in Toronto, and I decided, hey, we're gonna go all out for the Reggae Boyz this time, from the airport to the hotel to the game to the training, everything. And I spoke with him. I got the opportunity to speak with him on a number of occasions, which I did. And the one that's out there now is the interview. But aside from the interview, the conversation with himself and Elite Sports, that's what's making the rounds. And that's that initial approach where Elite Sports, Ryan LFC, went over to initiate the conversation, having posted a video that was requesting Leon Bailey to be benched, spurred Leon Bailey to basically be on the defensive, and people just clip that short part there, which initiate the conversation. So why you don't clip the part that Elite Sports was apologizing and saying, okay, this is not what I meant, and why you don't clip that part as well? So right now, and I think we've all known this for some time. People do anything these days for money. People do anything for money, and that's why I said before that they aren't contributing to my well-being, because Halftime TV is not going to lower our standards for an extra 5 minutes or an extra 15 or extra $20 No, right? I notice I'm not even asking people to like up the live stream. Notice I'm not even asking. A bigger PSR welder for asking, but I'm not even asking people to like up the live stream, because it doesn't really matter at this point. All right, doesn't really matter. This video isn't intended to I know it will, but it's not. The intention is not to generate any profit or any traction or any. This is just to share what actually transpired. And for those who want to know what actually transpired, you can watch the video. And if you don't want to know what actually transpired, what actually happened, so you can have a proper perspective, then don't watch it. Fine. But don't go out there and and be beating the guy for something that he didn't say, or that he didn't do, or something. You get me? People going out, and again, I think the part that hurts me the most is when people coming out and saying the guy is arrogant. And you get me? Man make £100,000 a week, which is fine. right? He make £100,000 or more than £100,000 a week, right? Him not have to rub shoulder with some of the reggae boy, the local players, them or some of the baller them with they play. Him no need for them mesh with them. You get me? But him still understand, say, yo, some of him teammates him not going through the best of times, and he's making sacrifices to ensure that these guys know that they're appreciated and know that they have someone in the corner. Right? So that's how we look on it. Yeah, that's how I look on it. And having seen that level of humility that he has, and even after what Elite Sports posted about him 100% being benched or whatnot, he didn't have to sit down and speak with Elite Sports. So look at it that way as well. Right? Ryan LFC, Reggae Boy's biggest critic, Reggae Boy's biggest defender. He's always either criticizing Reggae Boys, but he also bigs them up. And on the evening, it just happens to be the same day that he posted the video asking for Leon Bailey to be benched. Right? The same day. So Ryan posted the video. Less than 24 hours ago, Ryan posted the video. In his preview to the game against Canada, he posted the video. 100% Leon Bailey should be benched. Right? Leon Bailey, it appears he saw that video the morning off. In the evening, Ryan having sat down at the team hotel in the lobby, Ryan LFC walked up to him, or Elite Sports as the channel is called. He walked up to Leon Bailey, right? And from the onset, Leon Bailey was like, this is the guy who posted the video. Why is he? Basically, that's what the mindset would have been. That's what I'm saying, people. Right? That's what the mindset would have been, because you just posted something bad asking that I be benched, and you know, I always give 100% for the team, whatnot, blah, what have you. Leon Bailey is on the defensive from the onset, because remember, this is the guy that attacked me and attacked my credibility with the national team just hours ago. Ryan LFC or Elite Sports apologizes, and he apologizes more than 2-3 times. Watch the video. Watch a full video. I think the video has over 11,000 views now on YouTube, so you can go watch it. I apologize 2-3 times. Leon, we know you, Bala, we respect you. We don't mean it that way there. We just want to, isn't it? Want your performance to improve for the national team. We know where you can. Ryan apologize. As soon as Ryan apologized, the conversation changed. Right? Because Leon Bailey understood the viewpoint or the intentions that were meant. And those intentions, again, aren't always what's interpreted. So sometimes you mean well, you know. Sometimes you mean well. You come out and you have the best of intentions at heart, and so you put it out there, and I hope people interpret it. So, all right. So, true, that was an honest acceptance of Ryan to acknowledge he had wrong he had done. However, not because you acknowledge you're wrong means that the wrong will simply go away. The best apology is change. And I agree. And I agree. And people will come on here and say, oh, it wasn't wrong on the in the bench and what bench Leon Bailey then? Who you gonna play? All right? Who you gonna play? Bench Leon Bailey and replace him with whom? Who on the Reggae Boys bench are we gonna start over Leon Bailey? Who on the Reggae Boys bench that at any given moment or any given minute in the game can basically change the game? Who else on the bench? Because we know what Leon Bailey is capable of, and we know that at any given minute he can spur into life and he can create something from nothing. Probably hasn't done it as consistently with the Reggae Boys team as we would want, but it's there. All right, so I think I've said my bit, and for those who want to take it, you take it. If you don't want to take it, again, it's fine by me. I've shared my thoughts, and I've provided full context of what happened on Tuesday night for that video that's making its rounds on social media right now. Leon Bailey most humble player. Big up Damian Lowe same way. I didn't get the opportunity to big up Damian Lowe for that big performance. Andre Blake, and I've said it, those 3 saves in the first half, that's what won us the game against Canada. And again, I was standing behind the goal. If you go over JFF right now, you see the Bobby Reid penalty, Shamar Nicholson goal, second goal from Shamar Nicholson. Halftime TV captured those. Yeah, so we captured them live. You get me? So what I'm telling you is not from what I'm seeing on television or what I think happened. So I witnessed it 10 yards away. So Andre Blake, massive goalkeeping performance. And I know people won't talk about that. People won't talk about Andre Blake and that big performance because obviously goals win matches. And that's why Shamar Nicholson is the talk of the town right now. People were begging for Shamar Nicholson to get bench as well. Mikel Antonio need to start forever and Shamar Nicholson have to come back off of the bench. Shamar Nicholson shots back for robot. Look at us now. Just look at us now. Shamar Nicholson is the best thing now for Jamaica since sliced bread. You get me? So, no, freedom for real, freedom. For real. We're gonna do that. That way we're credited properly. True? But yeah, it's one of those people. It's one of those. It's incredible how as fans we are emotional and we're quick to cast judgment, and it seems as if whatever is popular, especially in sports, whatever opinion is popular, that's the opinion we share as well. Try form an opinion for yourself as well, man. Don't be like sheep. Don't be like sheep. Try form an opinion on your own. So not because you see someone else post it or someone else say it, mean you should run with it and you should agree with it and say, yeah man, I saw it go for you. No. Don't be like sheep. Form an opinion based on what you see or the information that you've gathered. Right? Try form an opinion based on that. And then I think we will have more civil conversations and more civil critique. Right? Because you not watching a game and coming and say, criticize, oh, the man are not good. No. You don't watch a game. Remember, you don't watch the game. Or you probably see clips. Probably someone capture the worst clips from a game and send it come give you. Hey, that man are not good, no use. You get me? As I said, negativity sells. Right? Negativity sells. Because if you post a video and say, all right, for example, Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey has wonderful game for Reggae Boyz. Leon Bailey has stinker for Reggae Boyz. Which one do you think will generate more views? Which one do you think will generate more views or more traction? Leon Bailey has a stinker. You get me? You get me? So negativity sells, and that's the society that we're living right now, where people aren't really interested in good news anymore. People quick to run with the negativity and run with the bad news, and they gravitate more to the bad stuff. Right? And that's what you're seeing in that video with Leon Bailey that's making the rounds. That's a reflection of how we think. So we're quick to capture that small piece because this small piece shows the individual in a vulnerable moment where he might get emotional and it seems as if he might get defensive and him say 3 games him lose on the pitch while representing the Jamaican team, and people say, oh, arrogant because so what if a 3 game you lose? We nobody no business about that. We want you to score, we goal them. We no business much game you want to lose. Man, just assure you. So as much as they bash him and they tell him, say, oh, him not good and him rate. The statistics simply they don't reflect. Right? So he doesn't have to score every game. He doesn't have to score every game. And your opinion that he's not giving 110% isn't what counts. Because if he knows or he believes he's giving everything that he can, who are you to say otherwise? Because sometimes you're giving your 100, for example, halftime TV now, right? Halftime TV, and I remember For those who don't know me, I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall. All right, so I'm tall enough. I can touch I can touch the top of the door job. Right? 6 feet 2 inches tall. And if I line up in a 100 meter race right now, if I line up in a 100 meter race against people who are doing tracks, and I run and I run and I run, and my 100 meter time end up be 11 seconds, just for argument's sake. 11 seconds my 100 meter time be. Still I go come last, chances are. Right? That is my best, you know? That is my best. Now I know you've seen Leon Bailey's best in the English Premier League, right? But who knows? Probably a lot of the games that he's playing for Aston Villa, who knows? Probably he isn't even giving 110%, but it's coming off for him, right? It's coming off for him. When it comes from the Reggae Boys, he is giving that 110% and it's not coming off. Then which one do you think will be interpreted as his best, right? Had it been a case, and put it this way, had it been a case, because I know you've seen Demarai Gray now play for Jamaica, and Demarai Gray scoring goals and getting assists. And I have seen Demarai Gray. I've watched Demarai Gray throughout his entire career. So it's not just since he came to Jamaica. It's not just since he came to Jamaica, he's been playing at this level. No, we're not. Blaze. We don't question if he's performing for Jamaica as he does for Aston Villa, and that's exactly what I'm trying to explain. Us saying he's not giving his best, that's what is being questioned here or called into disrepute, because the performances or the end result doesn't necessarily negate the effort that's put in. Someone can basically get 5 minutes in a game or don't even play, don't do anything. Look at Mohamed Salah. So many games we see Mohamed Salah not nothing for the entire game, right? And kick down 2-night. Lionel Messi, same thing. Walks for Argentina 90% of the time, and then when it comes, kick it down in it, right? Whereas on another day, you'll see Lionel Messi running heartlessly, especially when he's playing for Barcelona, running like a horse, right? Which one would you say is his best? If a player goes out there and walks for 85 minutes and scores 2 goals, or a player who's running for 90 minutes and doesn't get on the score sheet or doesn't get an assist, you see the player who scores 2 goals, who was walking for 85 minutes, was giving his best. That's what you'll say now, because we're so compelled by statistics these days, and a lot of the people are criticizing they don't watch the games, right? We don't watch the games, right? And even if we watch the games, even when we watch the games, we say, okay, this man, Leon Bailey, they run like horse one night. He might run so hard that it just not come off him, which is fine. And if you play sports and if you play football, you understand that. You get me? You understand that. Blaze X, Messi was running for Barcelona. Messi was running for Barcelona. Let me tell you that. And that's one of the key pointers why Argentina fans were bashing Messi, because they were saying he's not giving the same effort that he was giving for Barcelona for Argentina. Right? And I can tell you about football because the real halftime TV fans, they know nothing is wrong. And if he's not playing good, fine. We're not saying he's playing great. And and again, I come back to my point. Because people who aren't paying attention are people who don't get the grand context of things. They will misconstrue what is said. You get me? They will misconstrue what is said. I did not say Leon Bailey was playing great for Jamaica. So don't misquote me. I did not say Leon Bailey was playing good for Jamaica. And Canada will bash Alphonso Davies, but they can't say he wasn't giving his all. Right? But anyway, big up Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Big up. I really appreciate you guys sitting around and listening to my side of the story. The club, but when he play for Canada, he thinks it's all about him. reckless, then maybe he'll do more. And someone said that to me. Someone said that to me, you know. Someone said that to me. Someone said if Leon Bailey had enough cover on his side, then he wouldn't need to go back to do so much in the defensive aspect, and as such, it allow him the opportunity to express himself more going forward. And by cover, he means like in the midfield areas, he has to run back, he has to help with tackling most of the times, right? Offensive players usually they don't spend much time in defense. Jovan, bro. So yeah, big up people, big up, and again, you can if you want to take it however you will. And you can clip out your one, clip out as well, because unlike some people, we don't really, it don't really matter. But big up everybody. Thanks for sticking around. If you're new to Halftime TV, leave your thoughts, leave your comments. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about it? We want to hear what you think. Leon Bailey, not beyond criticism, but don't get it misconstrued. Not an arrogant player. So people who saying he's arrogant, cut the crap. Also about the statistics bit that he shared about losing 3 games while on the pitch for the national team. Try and get the context of what that conversation was coming from and why he said it. All right? Because that wasn't said in a vacuum. And I think if we just capture that and just run with that, then you won't get you won't understand everything. Right? So when you get the full context, whether it's watching the full video that Elite Sports posted, or otherwise, I don't know, or watching Halftime TV's interview with Leon Bailey, then you can comment under the videos. And for everybody who's commenting under the Quest Time video and the TikTok videos that are going around, as I said, try get a full understanding of everything. And when you get the full understanding, then you can return and you can post your comment or whatnot. All right? And we welcome everybody comments. We welcome everybody comments. We may not agree with everyone's comments, but we welcome it. All right. So yeah, big up everybody. Remember, Halftime TV, we come here with the details. We come fully unbiased, because we think that if people don't have the information, then they aren't able to form proper opinion. And I say proper because you can form an opinion, but if you're forming an opinion based on only a little bit of information that you get, then that opinion will oftentimes call into question your credibility. All right. So big up on yourself. Remember, try and get the facts at all times. Try and get the facts and get as much details as possible before you go on the keyboard warriors, especially before you go on these social media pages and you burn out the ball of them and you rub out this player. No. All right. So again, it's just one of those things, and we will continue to see it. Halftime TV won't stop this from happening. Never. We can't stop it from happening. We can't even put a small dent into changing people's minds. But we are saying orbit, because if we don't, then I don't think I'd be doing the space any justice. Put it that way. Because having a platform like this and seeing things go down and just leaving it as is because, hey, I don't want to get caught up in that, and I don't want to say nothing on that. That's not how we go about it. Okay? So we came, we provided the information, and it's over to you now, the viewers and subscribers, to make of it what you wish. If you still share the opinion that the kid is arrogant and is acting as if he's beyond criticism, or if he's better than the Jamaican people, as some people have been saying, then I don't know what else to do. And for those who are saying Halftime TV coming here and defend Leon Bailey that we shouldn't be criticized, again, I don't know what else to do. Because if Leon Bailey said it from his own mouth that he don't think he is beyond criticism and he thinks he should be criticized, then who am I to say he shouldn't be criticized? But the moment you're going beyond the performances on the pitch, then yeah, sir. Yeah. All right. Again, big up on yourself. We'll talk soon. Subscribe to Halftime TV. If you don't like the video, don't like the video. That's fine. Big up on yourself. Until next time, we'll talk soon. Peace.